Dear students, this is chapter number 5, that is separation of substances. So here separation of substances means from the mixture means two or more substances together to form a mixture. From the mixture you are separating the substances. This process is called as the separation of substances. Okay, so here I have given one example, separating the tea leaves with a strainer. You know that the tea leaves we are separating from the tea. So this process is called as the separation of substances. There are so many methods are there to separate the mixture from the substances. So here let's we see the methods of separation. So here first one is hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, evaporation. These are the methods to separate the substances from the mixture. Okay, so let's we study first one, that is hand picking. Hand picking means here removing the stones from the pulses. You can say the removing the stones from the mixtures is called as the hand picking. Next is threshing. Threshing means here separating the grains from husk by beating the stem with the machines or a wooden stick. This process is called as the threshing. Next is winnowing. Winnowing means separating the lighter components of the mixtures from the heavier ones by allowing the mixture to fall from a height. This process is called as the winnowing. Okay. So next is sieving. Sieving means particles of the different size are separated through sieves. See here, the particles of the different size are separated through a sieve. This process is called as the sieving process. Here the next process is sedimentation. Carefully listen and see
Make
this
a
one,
mixture
children.
of sand and water in a beaker. Allow the mixture to stand for some time undisturbed. You will observe that sand particles start settling down at the bottom of the beaker, forming sediment. The process of settling down of heavier insoluble particles from a mixture is called sedimentation. The clear liquid above the sediment is gently poured off into another beaker without disturbing the sediment. This process of transferring the clear liquid without disturbing the sediments is known as
I hope you
decantation.
understood, children. There are two methods are there here, sedimentation and decantation. I hope you understood. So next is filtration. This method also listen carefully and watch carefully.
Take a round filter paper and fold it into halves to make a cone as shown here. Fix a funnel on a stand. Wet its side and keep the filter paper in the funnel. Pour muddy water through the filter paper. Clear water will be collected in the beaker below the funnel. The clear water obtained is called the filtrate. This method of purifying water is called filtration.
I hope this method also you understood, that is filtration method. Okay, so next one is the evaporation method. In this evaporation method, I have taken beaker, water, burner. Okay, so in that beaker I have taken water and salt. So salt is poured in that water, so that stir well it becomes salt solution. So what happens, you have to separate the salt from the water. So what you have to do, you have to take that beaker and you gives the heat energy. Then after giving the heat energy, the water gets evaporate, that water goes up and remaining whatever the salt is left in that beaker. So from this method also you can separate the salt. Okay, so salt is separate, you are separating your salt from the water. This process is called as the evaporation method. Okay, here salt was mixed with the water. Now After giving heat, that water gets evaporated, then that water goes up, and whatever the salt is left, so from this method you can separate the salt from the water. This process is called as the evaporation method. Understood?